Hey, what's up guys? Coach Reese here. Let's talk about Monday, August 3rd's workout. So the warm-up today is 2 rounds. You're gonna start off with a 45-second row, guys. We got 10 slam ball deadlifts, 5 push-ups to pike, and then 5x5 single arm slam ball press, okay? So we'll go through that 2 rounds through, and then we'll go ahead and get into the skills portion. So the first movement is going to be rowing for calories. I want you to kind of do it for quality. I want you to think of it as like a deadlift, right? We treat the row as it was a deadlift essentially, right? So we got 10 calories for the guys, 8 for the ladies. And then the second movement we can do either or. We got 2 to 3 wall walks, or we have 3 to 5 handstand push-up negatives, okay? So once we get that through, this will kind of give us an idea whether or not we're going to be doing the handstand push-ups for the actual workout, okay? So the workout is 3 rounds per time. We're gonna start you guys off with 10 handstand push-ups, or if we're not comfortable or just quite there yet, we can do seated dumbbell press. Ideally, we can do anything from 35 pounds for the guys, 20 for the ladies. Obviously scale that up or down as needed, guys. And then we also have 30 slam balls, again 15, right? Handstand push-ups or seated dumbbell press, and then last 25 calories for the guys for the row, then 20 for the ladies, and we will go through that 3 times through, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over these movements. I'm gonna leave all the handstand push-up and wall walks for last. I will demo the movement and then explain what is happening, so that way I'm not talking towards the wall and upside down for that matter, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Let's get to these movements real quick. So remember, the warm-up started off with a 45-second row, guys. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring in the slam ball here. We're just doing a slam ball deadlift. So all the rules apply when it comes to the deadlift, right? We kind of set those hips back. We kind of push those knees out. Now I'm a little bit more forward in this position, well, because I have to kind of grab this a little bit lower than I normally would, right? So I'm keeping my core nice and tight. I'm gonna press through with my legs, and then I'm just going to extend, push the hips through, and then I will just kind of do a touch and go right back into that movement. Try to keep that chest up nice and high for me the entire time, right? Then we got push-ups to pike, right? So we're gonna go ahead, lay on the ground. I'm gonna push myself up, and I'm gonna press my head through, sending my head back all the way into that pike position, right? And then we go back, push, and then pike, okay? So no need to go real quick on those guys, just kind of focus on the stretch itself. And then we have a 5x5 single arm slam ball press, right? So we're gonna kind of hold this here into our palm, and all I'm gonna do is just kind of keep that core nice and tight, just like we do when we hold a dumbbell. I'm gonna press all the way up, and think biceps to ears, guys, okay? Just like so. You got to be able to try to kind of balance the ball on the palm of the hand as we are driving the arm all the way up towards the ceiling, okay? So we have 5 on each side of those, okay? Now, for the workout, okay, let's go over the slam ball, and then we'll also go over the seated press. Now, the slam ball, we will pick it up just like we would normally do, just as if you did in the warm-up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a hold of it as I stand it all the way up. I'm also going to bring it up just as if I was doing like a med ball clean, and I'm going to send it above my head, and then I'm going to send the hips back, and then utilizing my arms and lats to drive it down, right? So essentially it looked like so. I want to be able to utilize my torso, sending my hips back, create enough force to drive that ball all the way down to the ground, okay? So in essence, kind of think of it as if it was like a heavy kettlebell swing, right? So we have the American, and then I want you to send it back down, okay? Again, if we're not doing the handstand push-ups for the workout, we have the seated dumbbell press, all right? So I have my legs up. I'm trying to be able to keep myself almost as if I'm at a 90 degrees, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and set these dumbbells right here on my shoulders, guys, and I'm going to drive all the way up, pressing, still trying to keep my core nice and tight, meaning I don't want to round my back out, come back down, drive it back up. Still think of that bicep to ear method, okay? So, again, now let's go over the handstand movements and the wall walks, okay? So I'm going to demo the movement itself, and then I will explain it to you so I'm not talking into the wall at any point when I'm doing a wall walk, or talking, just for that matter, being upside down, okay? So, the wall walk, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and kind of place my feet right here on the wall, and I'm going to push myself up into a push-up, and I'm going to walk my hands and arms and down, okay? So that's your wall walk. So ideally, we press ourselves up, just like a push-up. We walk leading with our feet first, up onto the wall, following by with our arms. We want to be able to get as vertical as possible. So trying to get your nose as close to this wall as we can. And then we will go in reverse, leading with the arms, and walking down, followed by with the legs right afterwards. Back into the ground position where I'm starting from the bottom of that push-up. And then I will press myself back up, just like so. All right? Now, the handstand push-up. I'm gonna go ahead and do it real quick, then I will explain it to you guys here in just a moment. So, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna kick my legs up, get to it, and I'll go ahead and demonstrate. Okay, so kick my legs up to an upside down position. I got relatively close to the wall. If you need to put some kind of padding underneath, that is completely fine. Now, notice I did a kipping handstand push-up, okay? So when I actually got locked all the way out, right? So my arms are all the way out, extended, my feet are all the way up, I'm nice and tall. I actually set my hips back, right? So my rear actually touches the wall. And then I kind of do like a reverse crunch, right? I bring down my legs and bending my knees down close to my chest. And then I extend with a lot of force, right? To be able to get that momentum for me to be able to lock my arms out and get my feet touching towards the very tip of the top, okay? And then I just kind of send back down, head touches back down to the mat, and then I do it all over again, okay? So, some scaling options if we're not doing wall walks, or maybe you just want to get comfortable, we can always utilize a box, okay? And then we'll kind of have you at a 90-degree angle. It kind of takes the lower half of the weight out of the equation, and it's just you and your torso being upside down for that matter. And then we can just kind of get you into that position and just try to get you uncomfortable or comfortable being upside down, okay? Or we can kind of do almost like an L shape to this position here, where all I'm doing is just trying to get as upside down as I can, right? And just holding that position, trying to keep yourself nice and stable the entire time, and just kind of trying to condition those shoulders and those arms to be able to hold yourself upside down, okay? So it's a good workout, guys. It's going to be a good grindy workout. You know, those numbers aren't quite super small by any means, but just kind of challenge yourself, pick what you know that you can do very, very efficiently, and then guys, just have fun with it, okay? We'll see you guys then.